So, as a black woman, let me say this. I got to preface by saying this that there is nothing more sexy, more sensual, more innovative, more strong, more affectionate, and more nurturing than a black woman. I really do feel like that. But now that I've gotten that out the way, black women, I'm saddened and I'm sickened by what I am seeing and what I am hearing. I got a lot of male friends and, male cousin, and I got brothers, and the report that I am getting on the black women is horrendous. And then I can scroll through Instagram and I see it and I'm listening and I listen to podcasts and I go to church and I got other, black women that I talk to. And what it sounds like to me is that you have convinced yourself, you have this state of delusion, and you have convinced yourself that you don't want to be married. And statistics are showing that we are not getting married as black women. And I think that, I don't think, I'm pretty sure it's because what you have done is become so bitter. But the reason that you were bitter is because of your own choices. You went after Travante and them and had those kids without a ring. You went after Junebug and them and he didn't mean nothing. He didn't want to. He wasn't even available. You went after the dude. You went after the wrong people repetitively. And now, since you have went after the wrong people, now it's, I don't even want that. Instead of saying, I made some mistakes. It happens. We grow. I've made some mistakes. I should have been looking at this. I should have been this type of woman so I could attract this type of man. I'm finding that black women, you don't want to work on yourself to be that type of woman. Half of y'all can't be accountable now. When you talk to a black woman, yes, I'm sorry. A black woman, it seems to be the most unaccountable creature. Well, you picked him. Hey, you had unprotected sex with him. Hey, you chose to have his child. Hey, nothing about him gave emotionally available. Nothing about him gave provider. Nothing about him gave God. But you went after him anyway because let's be honest, you had a spirit of desperation. Hey, listen, we don't like the word desperate, but it comes to a point that we all get desperate for something because all desperation means is you were lacking somewhere. We all get a little desperate. Sometimes we don't like the way that sounds. So in the spirit of desperation, you thought you could change him. In the spirit of desperation, you thought that you were the exception. In the spirit of desperation, you made a bunch of bad decisions. And instead of saying, hey, this starts with me, I can't let that happen again. I do believe in love. Now you hate all men. I don't want to get married. I heard a woman say the other day, I don't want to have to clean up behind no man, and I don't want to have to cook, and I want my space. And it made me think, y'all don't fall in love no more. Y'all ain't love a girl. I'm sorry. I'm still a lover girl at heart because I know something. And you can lie to yourself all you want to. You can't lie to me, and you can't lie to what God has put into you. And if you don't agree with God, then you agree with science. A woman is a natural born nurturer. A woman is a natural born help. So at the end of the day, when you do fall in love with a man and he's the one that makes you feel a certain way, you naturally want to do these things for him. Yes, you do. You do want to be the one that cooks for him, that nurtures him, that rubs his head when he has a headache, that rubs his feet when he gets off work. And if you've never felt that way about a man, maybe you have some brokenness, and it happens. You have some brokenness. You are self-protecting so bad because when you see a man, you see the daddy who left you. When you see a man, you are projecting out on what this one and this one and this one did, and it's getting in your way. And another problem that we are having, black women, hoe is not life. We have gotten so big on hoe culture. You can't even, it made me sick to my stomach. And if I'm aging myself, I don't care. I came from a different era, baby. We didn't handle ourselves that way. We didn't behave in a way. You can't do anything without a black woman bending over, twerking, sexualizing herself. It was one day somebody posted a hair video. Look at these wig videos. The first thing you do, you show your hair and then she bend over and twerk for the camera. And it's so sad to me because it's like, that's your best asset. You feel liberated. So my cousin asked me, he said, why is it when a black woman does a photo shoot, she has to be naked? You have become, listen, I understand you feel like you want to be sexually liberated. Everybody wants to feel sexy and desired, but to the point where you lying to yourself because here's what you want. You want to carry yourself in a certain way and you want a man of character to choose you. He is not going to pick you. He just seen you bent over. Now he might smash. Oh yeah, he might smash. Why wouldn't he smash? You look easy. But you are saying, I don't want this, I don't want this. And hoe culture has taught you that hoe is life. Listen, hoe ain't the flex. I'm sorry. And we all go through I don't claim to be, a prude sitting up here in front of you. I do not. But you don't capitalize off of that. And then what you do, you're selling yourself short. It's okay to be respectful. It's okay for a man to look at you and respect your mind. It's okay to say, I want to evolve into a respectable, honorable woman. And then sometimes I think that instead of being honest with ourselves, Black women, what you're doing is you setting the bar at an astronomical. I've never seen so many regular women want so many six figures and millionaires. And hey, I'm not knocking you if that's what you're accustomed to, but let's be reasonable. Why would that six-figure millionaire, why would he pick you anyway? Let's be honest. What do you have that he would pick you? And I think that a lot of y'all Black women have a grandiose sense of self-worth because you think that all you got to do is show up with a pretty face. Yeah, you done got a BBL and you done got some teeth and you done got, and society, Instagram, all these fake outlets have taught you that that's what it's going to take. And listen, I know a lot of men ain't now one said anything about, I want to marry her because her BBL was nice. I want to marry her because she had this and this. No, they looking at character. They looking at respect. They looking at what are people going to say, especially when you want a man at a certain elite level. A lot of what Black women, a lot of what you were saying that you want, your actions are not saying that you want that. We have to stop and we have to start saying, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm over-sexualizing because I'm medicating myself. I'm over-sexualizing because I'm trying to cover up to something that's happened inside of me. And this is the only way I can control. Hey, I'm self-protecting right now. And we're not doing that. Instead, we're having a whole group of women. I don't want to be married anyway. I don't want that. I don't want that. And you missing out on, a lot of you missing out on what God's purpose is for you. Not that his only purpose is for you to be a wife, but what if that's part of it? And you're missing out on that because you don't want to do the work on yourself. You don't want to improve. You don't want to evolve. So you're selling yourself short, and it's making me sick because I'm saying, I'm seeing so much more in you. I'm seeing so much more talent. I'm seeing so, and this is not about deflecting on the men. That's not well, if these niggas would, I'm not talking about that right now. It starts with you. What are you going to do differently? We don't want to do that. You want to milk a dude for his pocket. I was talking to another friend of mine the other day. He said, half these women really prostitutes. Oh, that hurt my feelings. He said, they prostitutes. They pay me for my time. Pay you for your time. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, you don't get paid for it. Are you an escort? Are you a prostitute? And then when someone treats you like a prostitute, that's a problem. Or maybe you like it. I don't know. My problem is we got to do some real big inventory on what really it means. What does it mean to be a woman to you? A good woman. A woman of character, a woman of, yes, virtue, a woman that has good habits that you can add on into someone's legacy. So when I'm thinking about this, it saddens me. And I want to open up the dialogue to say, hey, for all the young girls too, hey man, you ain't got to be bent over on the internet. Don't lead with the assets that you got. You can't, that don't go away. Hey man, have something. And listen, does that make the pool of dating smaller? It does. It does. There aren't a lot of men of caliber, men of quality for you either. I get it. I understand. But we do have to start with us and stop living in this delusion that, number one, that you are way more than what you actually are, a grandiose sense of self-worth, and that this is not something that is in you that you want to be someone's partner, wife, lover. And that, again, hoe is not life. It's okay to be respectful. It's okay to, a man to be proud of you because of what you bring by your character. Food for thought.